up, you guys? It's Joelle. First of all, before I do anything, I just want to give a quick update on what's been going on lately. I just got back to the country from Mozambique, Africa, and that explains why there's been no videos in a little bit. I am back at home for basically the majority of the summer now, so hopefully I should get back into the routine of YouTube, and I have a lot of videos that I've been looking forward to filming and editing for you guys, so I really want to be able to pound these out even though I do still have some schoolwork I need to be working on at the same time. Anyways, moving on into what you guys probably clicked on this for, I decided to make a video outlining a few of the primary things that my freshman year of college has taught me. And I know a lot of people are like, you only finished 1 year of college, like how much have you really learned? And trust me, there was a lot that went on. It was a crazy time. So this video is targeted for any of you guys who may be entering your freshman year of college. A few of you guys have actually reached out to me who are coming to Dartmouth, which is awesome. Welcome Dartmouth 20s, I'm so proud of you, and please reach out to me if you feel so inclined. I'd love to get to know you guys. But yeah, I really wanted to just sort of go over lessons learned so that you can come into your freshman year of college a little wiser than I was. The first thing is that you have to hold yourself accountable your freshman year of college. No one else is looking out for you like your parents did or like teachers maybe did if you went to a smaller high school. They're not gonna kick you in the butt if you need to be kicked in the butt. You know, you just gotta do it yourself. Number two, schedules are the bomb. It's a little weird going from high school when everyone sort of followed the same class schedule and whatever, did everything at the same time, and you go to college and people are all over the place. You got classes whenever, and you really need to learn how to manage your time because it can feel like you have a lot more time. You're in class less time during the day, but you also have all this work you need to do and all these other extracurriculars you're trying to do. So really budgeting your time and being realistic with how long things are going to take you is so important. Number three is that you really got to try things. Like, I came into school not entirely knowing where I was going to be investing my time, and things that I did know I wanted to try, like dance. There are all these options. There were just so many things that I could do and different groups I could be involved in. And I'm really glad that freshman year I just went for it, tried everything. It's so much easier to like over-engage yourself and then take a step back, in my opinion, than it is to start out really small and then as things pick up, you're gonna be hesitant to join anything else, especially as school gets harder when you get older. So starting out being really involved is it's a nice way to just get to know people. The fourth thing I really enjoyed learning was just that you are totally able to be whoever you want to be, particularly because you're coming to a completely new environment where most people do not know who you are. I feel like a lot of people get really stuck. They feel like they're tied down to the stereotypes people had about them in high school or just the way people knew them. And coming to college, though there may be kids from your high school, you're moving, you're going to a completely different stage in life, and it's a good time to really re-examine who you are, the kind of person you are, and the kind of person you would like to be, and take steps towards being that other person, because chances are you're not quite that person yet. Lesson number 5 is that talking to your professors is actually super helpful. I don't typically like going to my professors one-on-one and just talking to them because it really intimidated me for a long time, and in high school that's something I didn't really have to do super often, but it's actually really cool. Especially if you're at a bigger school, it's a great way to have the teacher be able to put like a face to your name, and in smaller schools like mine, some of my teachers actually had mandatory office hours, and it was actually super refreshing just to talk to them one-on-one in a much more like casual environment where you get to know who they are. First term of freshman year, I took a computer science class. You bet. I went to see my professors and the TAs super often, and I highly encourage you to do the same thing and taking advantage of the resources you have. If teachers or TAs are giving you their time and you have any question at all, definitely go and ask, because there are going to be no excuses taken if you were like, I didn't get it, and they're like, well, you could have come and asked. Lesson number 6 is that I found it super helpful to learn from the experiences of upperclassmen I met, but I also learned that it was essential that I did not take whatever experience they had and expect it to be my own, especially with meeting new people. People will tell you other things about other people as you're all getting to know each other, trying to figure out who you should be friends with or whatnot. And a particular example is one of my current best friends who was a senior as I was a freshman, and I was super afraid to become friends with him for a long time because of all the stories people told me about him, just being like, oh, he's like kind of creepy, he hits on freshman girls a lot, like watch out. And I was like, oh, this person sounds terrible. But then I got to get to know him through an extracurricular activity, and I was like, wow, like all of what those people were saying were because they really had no idea who this guy was, like deep down, so they only regurgitated what other people had said about him and whatnot. And though obviously no one's perfect, just make sure that, you know, you don't let what other people say prevent you from becoming good friends with someone, because I'm so thankful now to have my friend, but it wouldn't have happened if I'd really taken to heart what other people had said about him, and that's really sad in my opinion. So along with that, my next lesson that I am continually reminding myself of is to not judge people. It's preventing you from getting to know someone who could be really cool if you did not have such, you know, a negative perception of them, especially when you're making new friends freshman year. Oh my gosh, do not judge people from the get-go. I assure you, you're going to regret it. Like, people can sense it on you. People can sense when you're judgmental and when you think you're better than other people and whatnot, and it is not going to help you have an enjoyable college experience. You're working on it with me because I have not mastered the art of freedom from judgment, but hey, we can work on it together, right? Lesson learned number 8 is that hookup culture sucks. I guess I didn't just learn this in college. I knew throughout high school that it was bad, but it was in college that I was like, I am completely going to remove myself from this. And by hookup culture, I mean just like the standard that you hook up, whether it's make out, have sex, whatever, with someone just like as a casual social interaction, and often in the replacement of dating. And I just really saw how destructive that was this year to like all of my really good friends. And yeah, I was just really not impressed. And I definitely am not saying that I judge people who partake in the hookup culture or anything, but just personally, I've noticed a vast difference in how I see myself and I see other people since I've chosen to remove myself from that whole environment, mindset, whatever you want to call it. Oh yeah, and because of that, I just want to throw it out there, freshman girls, you are the target for this hookup culture, so be careful. Again, don't assume that every guy is trying to hit on you or that he's going to take advantage of you, but do please have some self-awareness and look out for your friends. Lesson learned number 9, it goes along with the thing of not judging people, but just being nice to everyone. I've talked about this in terms of high school, but really just be nice to people, not because you're trying to get something out of them, not because they're cute, not because they're smart and can help you with your homework, not because they're talented, or anything that they're going to give to you, but please just be kind to people for the sake of being a good person and contributing to their college experience. You don't want to make any enemies your freshman year. You're with them 3 more years and a lot can change. You think that you have your best friends, you know, your first or second like term of college, and a lot can happen. So I'm just saying, you want to keep doors open with people. Don't shut anyone out, especially from the get-go. And my lesson number 10 that I learned in college was to just drink the college Kool-Aid. And that sounds really bad because yes, it is a reference to a cult. And that freaks me out a lot when people told me when I got to Dartmouth, like, you have to drink the Dartmouth Kool-Aid. You know, that's just how you learn to have a good time. And when I heard that, I was like, ew, no. But what I realized was like wrong about my thinking was that I assumed that meant like, oh, I'm letting myself become brainwashed. I thought that it was saying that to enjoy college I had to just release any sort of convictions I felt that contradicted, like, you know, the typical culture that, you know, permeates throughout a lot of college campuses. But then I later learned that I was completely wrong. What they were really just saying is that to enjoy where you are, you really just have to like go all in and make a conscious effort to make the most of the environment that you're in. So all I'm trying to say that I was able to learn this year was that, you know, regardless of where you ended up, maybe it was your top choice college, maybe it's just a school that was more convenient for you to go to, regardless of where you are, their reputation, whatever, there will be amazing people that you meet. You'll be able to take great classes, and to enjoy that college experience I think is so valuable. And it really requires you to just be in that posture where you are welcome to a lot of things and that you are willing to have a good time. and just make the most of it, because you only have 4 years, so you might as well enjoy it. And yes, for some people it will take more effort than others depending on how well they naturally fit into their environment and the people around them, but I think it is possible to find your people. There's a lot to be learned from others, and there's a lot to gain from these really different friendships that you may not have been willing to experience before. Oops, sorry, I just got out of the shower. But one thing that I wanted to add is that when I say this, I am by no means saying that there's something wrong with you if you feel the desire to transfer. Transferring is a very real thing, and sometimes after you spend a decent amount of time in a place, you realize that somewhere else is probably a much better fit for you, and it'd be better for you to have a clean start in a culture that suits your style more, and because there are pervading cultures in different schools. So I just want to make it clear that I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with transferring. I'm just saying that sometimes it's worth waiting some time, even when it seems at first that it may not be the best place for you, because things can surprise you. So with that, those are my 10 primary lessons that my first year of college taught me. If any of you guys have any questions at all about your freshman year of college in general, feel free to leave them down below. I will also be doing a Q&A on Instagram, and so please hit me up on Instagram and look out for this photo. That will be the photo that I reference to look for your questions, and I'll make a video responding to them. Again, they can be pertaining to college apps, being a freshman, Dartmouth in particular, or anything about life, you know, just we'll chat, it'll be great. And I've never done a Q&A before, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Feel free, along with that, to hit me up on Instagram just with a follow if you want to see more from my life. Instagram is JustJoelle1, and my Twitter is JoelleP. And if you would like to follow my Facebook page for more updates, and I'll have all of those linked down below. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Hit me with a thumbs up if you enjoyed this and would like to see more advice or just like chatty videos on any topic. I'd love to do that for you. Yeah, I think that's all. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Oh, no. Gang's all in here.